Hello, I'm Robert Hall. Welcome to BBC Channel Islands. Fewer boats and less fish. Guernsey's fishing industry is feeling the strain. The latest Sea Fisheries Bulletin shows the amount of catch landed has dropped by 10%, with shellfish hit hardest. Now some skippers fear for the future, as Olivia Fraser reports.
It's an industry that's struggled to tackle rough times, and some say it's now worse than ever.
We've gone through highs and lows, but this is a low which is deeper than what we've ever seen. No one has seen fishing in as drastic as what it is at the moment.
And Mick has little hope for its future too.
If I was a youngster, I wouldn't want to be doing it. Definitely wouldn't want to be starting off.
With fewer fish being caught, the tide of change is being felt across the supply chain.
We used to have a lot of local cod. We had stacks of local bass. But nowadays we haven't seen a local cod for a long time. Obviously the waters aren't cold enough for the cod, so we don't see many of those. The pollock situation is not as much around as previous years.
With fewer boats going out and fewer catches coming in, restaurants are turning to suppliers elsewhere.
Tuna is one of the main concerns. Is in a lot of dish that we have. There's some problem to get local tuna. We are collaborating with a supplier from London, but of course for some Guernseymen it's really important to have some local product. It's a small island, so if you can do something to help each other, that will be recognized by the customer as well.
As imported fish fills restaurant menus, those still working at sea aren't sure where to turn next.
I don't know who to go to help, really. You know, it's very difficult. I think it's been looked into before, but I don't think our local government is ever going to be in a situation to help.
Olivia Fraser, BBC Channel Islands News, Guernsey.
Next, Guernsey's medical specialist group has been fined £100,000 after a data breach in which patients' personal data was exposed. Thousands of emails, including confidential health data, were stolen in summer of 2021, but the attack wasn't discovered until more than 3 months later. The Data Protection Authority said the group failed to install security updates which could have prevented the breach. Tonight, MSG said patient confidentiality was a high priority and enhanced cybersecurity measures were now in place. Jersey Deputy Philip Ozouf is expected to return to the Chamber tomorrow following a 28-day suspension for breaching the member's code of conduct. The disciplinary action followed a speeding offence and his failure to attend parish hall inquiries. He's now permitted to resume duties, though calls for his resignation have continued following a separate Royal Court case in which he admitted breaking immigration law. Guernsey's Director of Education says the island is keeping a close eye on new UK qualifications, including V levels. They're practical work-focused courses designed to follow GCSEs and sit alongside A-levels. They offer broad subjects such as engineering, agriculture or digital skills before pupils decide where to specialise. Next tonight, a row in Jersey's St Martin over plans for the island's latest solar farm. Jersey Electricity claimed the facility could power nearly half the parish and still be used for farming. But residents say the panels should be on rooftops and not in a popular beauty spot. Emma Jane Blackman reports.
Nestled in the east of the island, St Martin is a patchwork of green fields and quiet lanes, but plans for a 5.2 megawatt solar farm have sparked concern among local residents.
This area is going to become an industrialised area with 8,000 plus solar panels, and it is used by hundreds of people every week.
Some say they are not against the idea of solar panels, but feel they could be better positioned elsewhere.
If they put it onto people's roofs, then those people themselves can benefit directly from the generation of that electricity. By putting it onto fields, what's effectively happening is that the JEC are taking the benefits.
Jersey Electricity insists the project will use a system that allows crops and livestock to coexist alongside the solar panels. It says the site could even become recognised as a European centre of excellence.
We use lots of different types of agriculture. So, for example, at our Moulin Avant, we're using sheep farming, so we have livestock in those fields, so they graze under the panels. And then we're also exploring for Bellefontaine. We're looking at how we might grow different types of crops under the panels that might better benefit from the conditions that we can create.
The project, to be built on Crown land, is part of Jersey Electricity's Solar 5000 programme.
Well, it very much aligns with the King's values in terms of resilience and sustainability for land. It will enhance the Crown's profit here, but what you've got to remember is what that will do is add to my profit. My profit in its entirety is paid across to the Government of Jersey. So what's good for the Crown is good for Jersey.
As consultations continue, so does the conversation on balancing the island's push for renewable energy with the desire to protect St Martin's countryside land. Emma-Jane Blackman, BBC Channel Islands News, Jersey.
That's it from me. You can catch up with news, travel and weather on local radio from first thing tomorrow. We'll be back at 6:30. For now, good night.